From a distance, it may look like a ruined Roman temple complex, but the real secret of this place is hidden underground and inside those huge stones that still amaze modern engineers. Because here are some of the largest cut and processed stones in the world, stones that weigh more than 1,000 tons. And the most terrible thing is, such huge stones were not only cut, but also tried to be moved. In an ancient stone quarry near Baalbek lies a huge stone, known to many as the Stone of the Pregnant Woman. It weighs about 1,000 tons. It is about 20 meters long. It is as high as a 2-story house. But this is not the biggest. In 2014, archaeologists discovered another huge stone under the same quarry. Its weight is estimated to be close to 1,500 tons. It is considered one of the largest man-made stones in the world. Just think, in today's world, even a modern mobile crane cannot easily lift such a weight. So how did people plan to move it thousands of years ago? Even more strange is that at the bottom of the Baalbek temple complex are 3 huge stone blocks, which are collectively called trilithons. Each block weighs between 700 and 800 tons. They were not only placed side by side, but were also lifted to a height of about 20 meters. But at that time, there were no steel cranes, no hydraulic lifts, no modern lifting technology. So how? Some researchers say that Roman engineers built it, but according to others, these huge stones were placed long before the Roman era, because the erosion of the stones, the way they were cut, and the design of the lower foundation do not fully match the Roman architecture above. Even some medieval legends say that this place was built by giants. Although there is no scientific evidence for these stories, one question remains. Why do the folklore of different civilizations around the world repeatedly mention unusual power associated with the construction of huge stones? Is it just imagination? Or a vague memory of some lost technology? But the place we are going to next is even more uncomfortable, because the cutting of the stones there is so perfect that even modern drilling machines quickly get damaged. The highlands of Bolivia, South America, an ancient ruin located about 3,850 meters above sea level, Puma Punku. Dry air, huge stone blocks, and mysterious silence all around. At first glance, it may seem like ordinary broken stones, but when you get closer, you understand that these are not ordinary stones. Some of the blocks here weigh more than 100 tons. Some stones are H-shaped, as if they were part of a modern engineering design. The most amazing thing is that the angle of many stones is exactly 90 degrees. The surface is so smooth, as if it was polished by a modern machine. And the connection between the blocks is so perfect that it is difficult to insert even a thin piece of paper in between. Researchers noticed another terrifying thing. Some stones have perfect holes made at equal distances. Each hole is almost the same size, as if they were made using a modern drill. However, according to conventional history, the ancient people of this region did not have advanced metal tools. Many of the stones at Puma Punku are made of a very hard rock called andesite. This rock is so hard that it is difficult to work with today's modern cutting tools. So how did people cut them so precisely thousands of years ago? What is even more strange is that some stones came from an area about 90 kilometers away. There were mountains, lakes, and impassable roads in between. At that time, there were no wheels, no major transportation system, just people and basic tools. But could only people really carry such heavy stones? In the folklore of the Inca civilization, it is said that these structures were built by the gods in one night. Although science considers these stories to be myths, they have not yet been able to explain for sure how this perfect cutting was possible. And this is where the most terrible question comes to the fore. Maybe the ancient people were actually much wiser than we think. Maybe there were some technologies that were once on Earth that were lost over time. Because these structures spread across the world seem to say the same thing. We still do not know the full story of human history. And now, look around for the last time, at the stones that are thousands of years old. Just think, the cold stone under your hand may carry the touch of a man whose name history has never written. Yet that man has created something that even the modern world, standing in front of, asks, how was this even possible? There are places in the history of the world that when we stand in front of, it seems that we may not yet fully understand our own past. And now we have reached the last and most uncomfortable chapter of those mysteries, because the structures you are about to hear about are not just huge. They are made in a way that even modern engineers still have their foreheads creased when trying to explain them. The largest cut stones in the world, such perfectly polished blocks, such impossible weights that are not easy to move even in today's world. The question is, how did people do these thousands of years ago? Was it really just with hammers and stone tools? Or has something been lost in the history of human civilization that we can no longer remember today? And stay until the end of the video, because the mystery at the end is such that even modern diamond drills give in. And if you are still watching the video, then write in the comments, from which country are you watching these mysteries? Because people from different parts of the world are still asking the same question. Is our past really like the history we are taught? Now, let's enter that last mystery, Baalbek, a mountainous region in Lebanon. From a distance, it may seem like an ordinary ancient ruin, but when you get closer, you can see something is not normal here, because under this place are some of the largest cut stones in the history of the world. Huge, perfect, and incredibly heavy. The famous Stone of the Pregnant Woman weighs almost 1,000 tons. Next to it lie even larger blocks, which are estimated to weigh from 12 to 1,500 tons. Just imagine, a stone several times the weight of a modern locomotive train, cut thousands of years ago, smoothed, and probably planned to be taken somewhere. But how? Even most of the cranes in the modern world can't lift this weight. Yet, at that time, someone separated these stones from the mountain, cut them perfectly, and then, for some reason, left them unfinished. The most mysterious thing is that the foundation under these stones and the style of Roman architecture above are not completely the same. According to many researchers, the Romans may have used this place, but the huge foundations may have been built by an unknown civilization before them. For centuries, local legends have said that giants worked here. Some say a lost ancient race. Others think there was a technology in human history that was lost over time. And here comes the most uncomfortable question. If ancient people could really move such huge stones, then why do we know so little about them? And now, we are reaching the most controversial and most mysterious place in this entire documentary, the highlands of Bolivia, almost 13,000 feet above sea level, where even the air is thin. Rocky, dry land all around. No huge forests, no materials to make heavy wooden rollers. Yet, in the midst of this cruel environment, stands Pumapunku, a place that many people cannot believe that it is thousands of years old. The stone blocks scattered here are not only huge, their cutting is so perfect that it looks like parts made by modern machines. The angle of some blocks is a perfect 90 degrees. Somewhere there are holes at equal distances. Somewhere there are H-shaped stones, as if they are part of a huge mechanical structure. The strangest thing is that many of these stones are made of a very hard rock called andesite. Even with modern diamond drills, it is difficult to cut them. Yet thousands of years ago, someone cut these stones, polished them, and joined them in such a way that even a thin blade cannot penetrate between them. Many engineers still admit it is very difficult to create the same perfection by hand. So how is it possible? Some say lost advanced technology. Some say alien help. Many archaeologists say when people work together for a long time, even the impossible can be made possible. But the truth is, today, no one has been able to give a 100% sure answer. And this is where these mysteries become the strongest. Because no matter how modern we become, some questions still remain unanswered. Göbekli Tepe, Derinkuyu, Sacsayhuaman, Yonaguni, the pyramids of Giza, Baalbek, Pumapunku. 7 different corners of the world, 7 different mysteries. But inside all of them, the same strange shadow is hidden. These structures should remind us again and again. The history of human civilization may not be as simple as we think. Maybe thousands of years ago, there was such knowledge on Earth that has been lost over time. Maybe we still don't fully understand our past. And the scariest thing is, if some advanced ancient knowledge is really lost, then what will happen to our current civilization in the future? If someone finds the ruins of our city after 1,000 years, will they understand who we were? Or will they also create mysteries and legends about us? Now, share your opinion. In your opinion, are these structures just the result of extraordinary human labor? Or are there really chapters in the history of the world that have been lost from us? And if you had the chance, which of these 7 mysteries would you want to visit yourself? Be sure to write in the comments. I read every comment. And if you want to watch more mysterious documentaries, videos about lost civilizations, ancient history, and unknown truths of the world, then subscribe to the channel now and stay tuned. Because ahead of us, we are bringing you some mysteries that may change your perception of reality. And remember, the biggest mysteries of history are often not on the pages of books. They are hidden inside the silence of stones.